Look who's back in action. Sav, Moo, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Good to be back.
And today we're going to be showing you why it's so important for you to make your swing effortless. Because effort and strain are the enemy of accuracy and consistency. You really don't want to miss this show. Now we have a beautiful little par 3. It's a sucker pin, front pin position. And so we're going to be flying it over the pin into the center of the green. It's 161 for Sav. So she's going to take her 7-iron, which is her 165 club. So she's got plenty of club to get onto that green and then have a putt coming back to the front. And then I'll be hitting my 7-iron from a little bit further away. And then Moo, he'll be the back tee with another 7-iron from 200 yards because, you know, and then
he's special.
He's kind of a little special, right? And so we're going to show you why it's so important for you to approach holes like this in an effortless manner, okay? So Sav, do a little practice swing face on here. I'm going to just bring that green back for you. Whoa, that's too short. All right, so 161 for you. We're going to line it up right over the center of the pin. All right. Now, we have what we call a kinetic chain. Now, if I was to throw a ball, the first thing that would happen was the brain's got to go get the ground, use the ground to get my body out of the way so I have access to my target. So if you bend forward, let your arms hang in front of you here. Give me your club. Okay, then. Don't give me the club. Right? Psych. So now imagine you're going to toss a ball to me with your left hand. So notice you're facing me, your chest is facing me, pelvis and rib cage, and the weight is on that front foot. So the brain had to go get the ground, use the ground to get your body out of the way so you had access to me. Now, show me how you would force the ball over to me. Right? Notice how the body wouldn't engage then?
Yeah.
If you're at address, and this is the thing, go ahead, you can take your club back, sorry. When you're setting up, what is your focus just before you hit the shot?
To throw with ease into my picture.
Right. So she's throwing the club easily in the direction that we want the ball to go. So imagine a baseball pitcher who has to deliver 100 pitches in a row as a starting pitcher. We're not going all out and just, going ballistic and to tear the arm out. We want a certain amount of tone, but it has to be efficient. And that's where you'll see the efficiency in these athletes right now, right? So now let me see a couple of 7-irons right over that flagstick there, Sav. Like it's a walk in the park. Beautiful. So we're not trying to, oh, look at that, gorgeous that shot was. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your effort level? A 2, that's it. So when we're dealing with that, and it's full range of motion is queen when it comes to the gals, king for us. So full range of motion in the direction of the target. So when she's delivering, we have a little intermediate point right here. She's delivering her shot to the left edge of that intermediate point into that picture. There's where the peak speed is going to be out towards the target, right? And we want to do that 2 out of 10 with full range of motion. So do a full practice swing facing the camera there, Sav. Massive range of motion. Look at that. Let's see you hit the shot. Thin to win.
Yeah.
And because you put a good swing on it, it got there. Let's try one more. Cut that one out. All right. Let's see it. Oh, that sounded good. Just a little more.
Made it.
Yeah, well, that 166 carry. You got plenty to get there. There you go. There's your 165 7-iron.
Gotta stay a little bit more left edge.
All right.
Thin.
What was your effort level?
Not too much, but
Thin to win. Put a good swing on it. Use more heft.
yeah.
Nice. So, oh, what a golf shot right there. Now, when we're asking you to deliver 2 out of 10, you're using the weight of your arms and club to do that, right?
Yeah.
So when you're using heft, when we're dealing with the premotor cortex, and on our premium channel is a wonderful series we have on the premotor cortex, and the reason why it's so important is the last thing going through your mind just before you swing has everything to do with your golf shot. So if I were to say, Sav, go ahead and address the ball. You're going to hold the club as hard as you can, and you're going to hit the ball as hard as you can. Didn't you pop a rib mentally?
Yeah.
Right? Versus, we're going to use the weight of your arm club unit, and you're going to throw it through there with ease and velocity. 2 out of 10 effort. You're going to hear this beautiful compression. You hear that? That was boom. So, Finn,
That was long.
that was very
That
long.
was really long.
That was 167 carry. That's more like, it's almost 170 carry with a 7-iron, and that's the Apex Pros. They're not beefed up lofts. So the mindset that you have over the ball cannot involve strain.
Yeah.
And you want to bring all of your senses in there. You want to hear and feel that compression. You know what that feels like. You've got those benchmarks. And when you feel the ease in that compression and you're already vibing to that before you start the swing, you're going to get those results a lot more often, right? So let me show you, I'll be the in-between. Let me show you how we do that with the righty. So I'm looking for huge range of motion, throw it out there with ease. So notice when I did that, the first thing the brain had to do is go get the ground, use the ground to get my body out of the way so I have full access in the direction I want that ball to go. So if we go to the next tee box, that'll be the blues. So 173, aim that right over the flagstick. And my 7-iron is basically my 180 club when I'm swinging nice and smooth. So that'll take me easily to the center of that green. So it feels like, and you see the importance of that, we're using a club where we feel we can easily get there. And so many of you go, oh, 173, I can get 8-iron there. Well, wait a second. If you mishit that 8-iron ever so slightly, notice Sav hit a thin shot before with a 7-iron, still made it there. Versus, you know, if you hit a thin 8-iron, that's in the water. So you want to feel and put yourself in a position where you feel like you can easily get there, and that will take more of the strain off as well. So, gather fully, effortlessly throw it out there. Yeah, that's a little too much. I tried to swing that so smoothly, and that was 188 carry. So I basically flew the green entirely. 173. Let's go with a smooth 8. A smooth 8. Yeah, that's going to get there. just needed to go for the center of the green. My goodness. See, I'm trying to swing this smoothly. That was 180 carry. That's what you'll find doesn't compute sometimes. You'll go, I didn't do anything and the ball went a mile. If you look at, we did a video called Gently Drive Your Shot, Your Ball 300 yards. And people watching us in that video are thinking, that's impossible. That didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
And you don't realize, I mean, I've been around the block more than a few times. You don't realize that when you do it effortlessly, you get way more juice because the swing is so efficient. Everything kicks in so beautifully, and it just explodes in your hands, right? So, one more. So I'm feeling the weight of the arms and club. Gather fully. Throw it out there easily. I think it's just the face is just a little too closed. And that's just, see ya. 182 carry. So a little less closed in the face. Oh, that felt so good.
Wow. Thank you.
Just, right?
Yeah.
That was easy peasy. 178 carry with that 8-iron. So, okay. That's it just means that things are rolling for me a little bit better today for this 56-year-old guy. Let's have a look at move. Bingo!
My club did move.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
So it was a smooth 7-iron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you kind of hit that a little bit, right?
Yeah, I did in the toe.
So there we go. So this is really important.
Yeah.
There's the strategy.
Yeah.
So you caught it a little bit on the toe, but you put a good swing on it. Had
Yeah.
you nutted that in the center of the face, that'd be in the center of the green.
Yeah.
So whether you hit it solid or not, we're putting for birdie,
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine? You're going for your miss. You can see that a lot of guys on tour, after they hit the shot, they just, and then, they let go of the club and you see this big, and you're thinking that sucker's out of bounds or in bad shape and the ball lands like 15 feet from the flag.
Right.
So it just didn't match what they intended to do with the shot,
Correct.
but they lucked out. And then you notice how tour players tend to luck out a lot more often than the average player
Amateurs, yeah.
because they're not thinking like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you never put yourself in a position to strain. That would be bad. Never have a mindset to try and kill the ball. So many of you are trying to kill that driver. Then what we would do afterwards is when we hit the driver, we want to feel like we're hitting the driver with the same mentality as what we just had there. And that's where you're going to bust your biggest drives. And you'll go, oh, maybe if I step on it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then the wheels will fall off and you go, I lost my swing.
Yeah.
Whereas all you did was start to strain way too much. Okay? So enjoy that information. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and all the good stuff so that you don't miss any more videos from us. And we'll see you in the next one.